and participate in the trend that is actually becoming a lifestyle for many other people. So I'm joined namhlanje by the co-founder of the House of Crypto, Mr. Soyiso Mpunzi, and he's going to be sharing with us a lot of information. Firstly, good morning, Voitu Gunjan.
All right,
Grand. Thank you so much, man, and thanks for joining us. I think many people would be excited to get this kind of information. Number one, because there are a lot of misconceptions. Given the fact that, number one, let's talk about the time of year it is. You get to the festive season, and obviously abantu are getting bonuses, abantu are getting extra monies and things of that nature, which they've been waiting for some time.
Yeah.
Their intention, if they are smart, is to invest it, whether to build something, whether to invest in something, whether to put it somewhere where they can safely know about at least umsebenzi wami walonyaka awuphelanga emoyeni and it didn't end up in someone else's hands or in their pockets without them earning it. So given all of that, people want to know and maybe find out what their options are when I'm for it.
Yeah.
So that's what we are doing here and I'm trying.
Okay, cool.
But before we do that, let's start at the beginning.
Okay.
Why did you see the need to explore cryptocurrency, and tell us a bit about cryptocurrency?
All right. Thanks for having me, man. A lot at Keith Ngesi. It's a pleasure. It's an honor to be here.
Thank you.
Basically, I mean, from where it begins, at a young age, all you want in life is a better standard of living. And you think that, current economic conditions are going to favor us.
Sure.
But as cool as no, man, it's getting worse.
Sure.
And like I started from where everyone starts. And I went to school and I went to University of Forte, and then I went to work. I got a job. I started working, and I realized then that I'm working, but at the same time, as I grow up, the expenses are getting too much for the salary.
And your increases are not coming.
And the increase is not coming. Fuel is going up. Groceries, rent. I mean, the landlord tells you that monthly rent, annual rent increases by 7 to 9%. And your salary is not doing the same thing. So from there, you realize that as much as you're earning this 15,000 rands, but the 15,000 rands ain't what it used to do in the past few years, So now this thing of cryptocurrencies started there because cryptocurrencies came to solve a certain problem. So, and which is the buying power in the currency.
Yeah.
So when your currency loses buying power, then it means the money that you have, your salary or whatever money, your dollar or your rent, whatever, cannot do the very basic things that you used to do before. So now I came across this thing called Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. I'm like, okay, what the hell is this thing? Is this one of those things? It's a scam, whatever. Then I started to I like reading. Started to research about these things, this Bitcoin, these cryptocurrencies, and I realized, no, man, this thing is all about value and buying power. So I didn't waste no time. That was 3 years back. I left my job for it. And I was like, no, this is what I want to do. And I started, never stopped, never looked back since then.
So it's something you understood offhand when you started researching, but actually, if I get the basics right, this has the potential to do something magical for me. Yeah?
I mean, from the onset, I thought like other people do think now. I thought it's a company.
Yeah.
And join Bitcoin, Bitcoin and whatnot. Exactly, under Usman Ban. And then I realized later, no man, it's actually not a company. It's a currency. It's money. It's and so different companies use it for different needs. But on its own, it's a company. I mean, it's a currency, and Bitcoin is independent of anyone using it. You see, that's very key. Of any company, of any individual using it.
Yeah.
So I started just reading about it. What is Bitcoin? Why did it exist? Who came up with this thing? What was the problem? Because it started after the global recession of 2008. So when the world was in panic and things were not going well, imports and exports were closed and stuff like that. The tariffs were high.
Yeah.
So Bitcoin came to solve some of those issues. So you know what? When you have this thing in your hand, then you are a powerhouse. So I wanted to understand the power behind it And then when I understand the power behind it, then I'm gonna be keen to have it and accumulate more of it. You see, so if I didn't know the power behind it, I'll be like ignorant of the existence of Bitcoin, which is and you know, obviously there are people who are actually misusing it. We won't run away from that. And it
like anything in any system where something of value gets abused.
Exactly. And so you realize that if maybe I create this company and then I take people's money and I say Bitcoin. When people get scammed, they don't say that company, they say Bitcoin.
So the name gets attached.
Exactly. So we then decided, you know what? Because I've been working online, because this thing you can do it online. But then I realized that, you know what? I'm being somehow selfish. I have too much information and I'm keeping it to my house. You know, and then I realized, you know what, house of crypto. What can I do to serve the community, to be out there and make too much noise about, especially now it's December, like you mentioned. People want to do, you know, something that's gonna in the next year. They'll be like, when they look back, I made a good investment. I did this. So I've been helping people individually.
It's still there.
Exactly.
It.
Yeah, it didn't blow it. Yeah, because people blow bonuses. People blow bonus. I know people who get paid in December, you know, maybe around the 15th and you see?
The 8th.
Exactly. It happens. It happens. And other people, you know, I don't even judge them because they've been putting in a hard work of labor in the past 11 months, you know, and they feel like, you know, it's time for me to relax and stuff like that. But I always say, guys, let's try and make use of the money now and relax later when the money has been accumulated, you know.
So tell us about House of Crypto then, how it came about, and what it is that your intention is by opening up this space where you'll be working with people in face to face, you know.
Yeah, man. Okay, House of Crypto. Okay, that's a powerful concept right there, because like I said, I've been working online and I've seen the limitations. There's people who've been scammed online. They've never seen the person they were working with. They were just told, you're gonna be a millionaire. You're gonna
just deposit,
and you're gonna get this in 3 days. Okay, and that's why people miss it. I mean, an investment by nature is medium to long term. If I tell you you're gonna get it in 4 days, that's a huge red flag. You see, but anyway, because of our desperation, we fall for it. And people lose money and stuff like that. So we decided, you know what? Let's keep it cozy. Let's especially with our people, they still, you know, are not well informed of what's happening online. So we're gonna take them from the physical space, which is our office, and introduce them to the online. But after they've been comfortable with working with person-to-person interactions, so House of Crypto is opening for such a reason, to say, you know what, we're gonna educate people about what Bitcoin is.
The basics, how to value it, how to understand, how to read,
how to see a scam from a distance. You see, because especially now, people are gonna be putting their monies. They know that, you know what, in December, let me just do something valuable, you know, and so they get. At the same time, they lose money like that. So House of Crypto is for that reason. We're opening it to say, you know what, come, you won't be charged. Just come, listen, learn about this thing. Learn about Bitcoin, what it can do for you. Can this work for you? Do you want your money to grow in value and stuff like that? So House of Crypto is one for that reason.
So it is a community service.
Basically, it is a community service. Obviously, you're gonna buy Bitcoin with your own money, but
afterwards, you have the information.
Exactly. Okay. We always encourage, even when I was working online, like, you know what? After the presentation, no rush. Go and do your own homework. Go research here. Go ask people. Go do this so that you can be comfortable in your own way of understanding exactly what Bitcoin is, and that way you are comfortable to use your money for it.
I understand there's software as well where you can kind of train to trade offline without necessarily having. It is there. I'm sure that those type of things in the gap now after the education. That's where you get to kind of see and. Okay, good.
But with us, I'm not against trading, but with us we don't trade Bitcoin. There's different ways of accumulating Bitcoin. For instance, the one you're talking about can be what we call buying or holding. Whereby even if you have got 50 rands, you can buy Bitcoin worth of 50 rands. And then when you buy Bitcoin worth of 50 rands and the price of Bitcoin goes up by 11%, your 50 rands also goes up by 50%. By the same value that Bitcoin grows, your own money grows.
But that's another
version of actually saying I want to accumulate this way. It's a bit risky because if the price of Bitcoin goes down, you also in something like that.
Got you.
But in our space, we teach people of how to mine Bitcoin.
Okay.
But we go in detail in the office.
Where they can do the face to face.
Exactly. Yeah.
What are some of the current misconceptions about cryptocurrency that you find are the frequently asked questions or the most concerns that you hear from people, which is what you're trying to clear up by these face-to-face interactions?
One, the biggest thing is people send their monies to people.
To strangers
and stuff
some
like that.
Random account.
So you don't have to do that. So the office is going to show them that you create your own account with your own password, your own username. You have got 100% access to your own money. It's your money. You worked for it. You just wanted to gain buying power. So those are one things we're going to be addressing. Misconceptions. Bitcoin is a scam. That's the biggest one. Why do people say it's a scam? It's when the value drops.
Then they say,
this is a bubble. I told you, this thing is not working, man. But in reality, if it's legitimate, it has to drop.
Sure.
In such an economy,
it's got trends. There's nothing that is
skyrocket. I mean, in the market, there's buy and sell.
Yeah.
If your product is highly demanded, the price is gonna go up.
Yeah.
If people are disposing, which means they are selling the product or the asset, the price is gonna the market interprets it as if it's no longer wanted.
So the value
will go down. But then when it comes to cryptocurrencies, it's a different value chain. It's a different system because it's not like fiat currencies like the rand and so on. It's a cryptocurrencies. There's an algorithm behind it. For instance, there's only 21 million Bitcoins that are ever gonna exist.
There's not a single one more than that.
Exactly. Therefore, that means they are scarce. So scarcity creates value.
Yes.
The more something is scarce, the more people want to have it, and the more people want to have it, which is demand, the more the value goes up, whilst the supply decreases.
Right.
So that one, no. So with us, whether Bitcoin goes up or down, we just okay, because in fact, when it goes down, we watch it closely because we want to buy more when it goes down because we know it's going to go back up again.
It's going to level back out.
It's going to level back up. So one of the biggest misconceptions is that Bitcoin is a scam.
Right.
So
is that usually from people who don't really invest in much else either? I mean, there are people who just think investment is a scam totally, which by nature, I wouldn't say it's a risk. But not necessarily.
I get you.
In any investment, obviously, you still run the risk of maybe not getting the returns that you might have thought. But it doesn't mean that it's a non-existent or a failing process or a fake process.
True.
In the same breath.
But also, I think when it comes to investment, it needs a bit of one understanding. Number two, patience when you interpret the information that you have, because no matter how much you can emphasize that in investment, people want their money tomorrow.
Yeah.
So when they don't get it there tomorrow, they believe the system is not working. You see.
Speaking of which, I've actually got a question around that. There are people who don't mind investing today because today they're in the mood of investing.
Yeah.
21 days from now, on a 10-year investment, they want to know how much access they have. How much access they have to what they put in there in case. No, I don't need it. I don't really need it. It's just in case.
It's just in case. Yeah.
You're thinking, but that's not how you should be thinking. You should forget about that.
Exactly.
And just monitor the factors.
Yeah.
Is that also part of the academic process of teaching people the approach to investment?
It is, because in any other institution, they are well aware of that.
Yeah.
That if I invest my money in a well-known institution, financial institution in South Africa, they know it's 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years.
Yeah.
You understand? They know that. But the problem is they have had too much negativity about Bitcoin that they don't feel that their money is safe there, so they want to have it tomorrow.
Okay.
And I don't blame them, because I mean there's a lot of companies that have scammed people in the name of Bitcoin
and fallen apart in front of our eyes.
You understand?
Right.
So I mean I know a lot of people who sold cars to invest in companies that actually brought them in because of Bitcoin,
right,
only to find that they were scam on the side and presented Bitcoin as the face of whatever they were doing. Then people fall for it, and then people sold cars and the money was gone. So the office is going to be doing that now to say, okay, education first. Let's talk about this thing, okay? So that okay, that this is where my money is going. I'm comfortable leaving it here for 3 years. I'm comfortable securing it here for 2 years, for 1.5. It's up to you,
Yeah.
But then how do you check if the system is legit or not? For instance, with what we're doing, you can withdraw your money anytime.
Right.
If
you find that
it has accumulated so much,
sure,
then you're like, oh, okay, I can actually build a fence around my yard with this money.
It's good for something.
It's good for something.
Right.
Let me withdraw it. Okay. So there's a lot of things that are happening where someone says, I want to withdraw my money, and there's those guys that they're working with will be like, okay, you need to give us another money for you to process this withdrawal. You see? So I mean,
that's when you must know about
yeah. You see, but this go pipe too much, you know. So
oh wow.
I mean, the system is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is about control.
Sure.
If it's your money, you must be in control.
Exactly.
The minute you are not in control and someone is going to do this with you, someone is going to manage your account, then there's a problem number one there.
What's the most fulfilling part about what it is that you do for people when it comes to this stream of work that you do, this particular stream of work that you do?
Okay, look, man, when I started, this thing was about me.
Yeah.
When I started this business, I had no help from somewhere. Me and my wife had to sell some clothing and stuff like that.
Sure.
To actually, we're literally poor, if I can put it like that. So when I started, this thing was about me. I want to make this so much money for my family, take them from wherever we were living to this place for security, take my child to this kind of school. And then when all of that was covered, now I started looking, man, there's people who are actually saying, yo, thank you, Soyiso. Now, the more I got those, thank you, Soyiso, thank you, Soyiso. I saw now, okay, this thing is not really about me now. It's about helping the next person who actually can now afford installment of a car that was about to be repossessed. Sure. So those things now make you, be in a position, how can I help the next person? Who's next? So the fulfilling part is getting a phone call, a text message from someone that says, yo, bro, I did not trust this thing. Thank you.
I thought I was risking, but now
you understand.
I see the value in it, and I see the system. Yeah.
And at first, I thought it's for people who don't have money, who want to make money.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my misconception.
Like, are you sitting at home? Are you doing nothing?
You understand? Sure. So I realized then when I was in that, no, man, I thought people who are earning 80,000 rands a month won't need it. You understand that? Because they're already earning 80K, they're high income earners. And then when I started now talking to people, I realized, no, man, this thing is actually for everyone, because it means now people want to change their 80K in rands into Bitcoin so that it can be more than 80K.
Right.
You understand?
Because you're buying into something that's more valuable than your 80K.
Exactly. So I thought to myself, no, it's for people who are middle class or guys who are earning a little bit, they want to invest and they can have money. But then I realized, no, man, construction company owners, your hair salons in Iceland and their owners, they're actually saying, look, man, I want to take the money I make here and actually change it to Bitcoin so that it can gain value. Then I can withdraw it. For instance, one Bitcoin right now is 950,000 rands. The same Bitcoin was $1.40 in 2010.
I remember a song, Jay-Z talking about the fact that when Bitcoin when it came onto his radar, it was still like it was so cheap. But now he said, and he had an option to buy quite a lot of it.
Exactly.
Because he had just gotten a really big payday, and his accountant was like, "Well, there's this," and he's like, hold on.
Yeah. You see, we I think Bitcoin has been ignored out of ignorance,
sure,
not out of understanding.
Yeah.
So when I tell you about Bitcoin, and once I tell you and you are clear, when you say to me no, I'm satisfied.
Sure.
You understand saying?
But I must give you a chance to tell me about it.
When you understand it and you still say no, I'm satisfied.
Sure.
I'm like, okay, it does not resonate with what Paraloons want to do.
It's not in line with...
You understand what I'm saying? But then when I say Bitcoin and you immediately say, no. Now you're being ignorant, and it can be costly, it can be costly.
And at some point, I'm going to come into money and the value is going to have tripled, and I'm like...
You see, and that happens. And that happens. Sure. For instance, when I heard about it myself, it was 8,000 rands. I was like, the guy was sitting next to me, was like, yo, 8 blocks. And look, man, after few months, this thing is 17K.
Sure.
I'm like, okay, that means I'm losing money most. You see, so that's the thing. I mean, in 2010, when we were celebrating World Cup, this thing was R1.40. I didn't know about it. A lot of people didn't know about it. So that means if you were in. Exactly. I mean, for instance, if I had at least 14 rands and buy 10, just 10 coins. And right now there are 950,000 per coin. I will be sitting with 9.5 million rands.
Clean job.
Without a prayer, without impepo, without nothing. I didn't do nothing, just by me waiting 10 years after 9.5 M.
Oh man, listen. Those who want to get in touch, when do you guys open up, and where do they come and see you?
All right,
how do they get in touch?
Okay, cool. We're opening in Vincent on the 27th of November, which is this Saturday.
Yeah.
The office has been set up. Okay, we're excited, man. I don't want to lie to you.
Oh, so you guys are neighbors?
We're neighbors. We're just here. So we actually here at the Colonnade building where there's MulChoice.
Yes.
We're using the building upstairs there.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's office number 16, the new Colonnade in Vincent, just next to MulChoice office. Next door is our door. You just walk up. So 27th of November, which is this Saturday, 10 a.m., we'll be starting our program to introduce this office to the community and tell them that, this office will be open for you any time of the day. Just come and say, I want to know about this. Give me a brochure, give me a business card, give me this. And then, I mean, obviously, we just have to RSVP now because of the COVID thing. So there's limited seats, obviously. Yeah.
I was gonna say limited numbers, but I mean, you have more than one interaction. So
exactly, we're open now. We're not closing. So if you don't come on Saturday, we're there Monday to Saturday.
It's not a once-off thing.
It's not a once-off thing.
That's your premises.
That's our premises. Sure. House of Crypto will officially be opened on Saturday. And people right now, if you can see my WhatsApp text in my Facebook, but like, what? You an office in East London, Because most of the time, people who actually, do wrong to other people in Eastern Cape will be coming from Joburg, will be coming from far, wherever, and whatever.
And they'll come here for a specific amount of time, to get their thing done.
Yeah. And
off they go.
And their target, they know that, okay, I want to make 5 million out of this project in Eastern Cape. They make
as soon as I get it,
they bounce. So Saturday, Vincent, 27th of October, 10 a.m., we'll actually be cutting the knots and saying, we're officially open.
Nice one, man. Congratulations. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Thanks a lot, man. Maybe I'm sure I'm going to be here a lot.
Welcome to the neighborhood, and also best of luck, man. I always take away the community side of things,
Yeah.
Yes, this is an opportunity for somebody to, change the value of their lifestyle from one to another.
Yeah.
But what you guys are doing is what actually excited me about this, where you are actually educating people fully before you even saying, but what you should do.
Exactly.
But if you listen to me, you're saying, no, learn this and then go and think about it. And then if you decide to, this is what you need to do.
Exactly. I like that answer, that the response that always says, okay, I've heard about it. Let me just ask my husband further.
Yeah.
And then there's a lady who actually said that to me, like, I wanna do this, but I just wanna ask my husband. So I got a call from the husband. Okay, my wife told me about this. No, we're ready to go from the information we have. So by all means, go do your homework.
Yeah.
Go research. Go ask someone.
And cross-examine everything.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And others like, show me your own account.
Yeah.
You understand? Because they've been beaten before, and once bitten, twice shy. So
and these are people who are genuinely wanting to change their standard of living.
Exactly.
But you get bitten and it hurts because you work really hard for your money.
Your money. So hence the space.
Yeah.
House of Crypto.
Fantastic stuff, man. And thank you so much. Best of luck, House of Crypto. You can find them in Vincent, the Colonnade building, where MultiChoice and the SANBS and all of that is.
Yeah.
Where the same corner as Pep, the building. Just Devereux Avenue, you'll find it. Do you guys have a social media presence?
Yeah, we do have a social media. Obviously, they're still under construction right now as well. But we are available on social media as House of Crypto.
Okay.
And you can
have 3 words. House of Crypto.
Okay. Yeah, House
other
of
people
Crypto.
have it as a hashtag and
no, it's actually House of Crypto. Our website is gonna be there. You're gonna see everything.
Okay.
You can actually call me or WhatsApp me to actually know further details as to
the times
and everything or whatever.
You can give them that number.
No problem. The number to get a hold of us on is 081 877 3749. Let me just repeat that one. 081 877 3749.
Fantastic stuff. His name and company, House of Crypto, and his name is Soyiso Mpunzi. Best of luck, man. Welcome to the neighborhood again. And, change lives. Help people change their own lives.
I solemnly swear. So help me God.
Cheers, man. Thank you
Thanks
so
a lot.
much.
Thanks a lot.
We are extraterrestrial. We are KNR.